Alrighty. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, get into the TA. Before we begin, if you are finding value in this, if you're making money off this, if I'm entertaining you, please leave a like. It definitely would show your support for me, and it would help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Now let's get into it. All right, so we're just going to start off here with 30-minute time frame over here on SPY. I'm just going to point out, you did end up getting the 30-minute close above this 437 level, which was exactly what we were looking for continued upside all the way up to 438. And after that resistance, we had a shot at the 439 to 440 supply zone up here. Now, as you can see, I did add this zone right here just to really create a new supply zone on this 438.06 resistance up here because, as you see, we got slammed down here. So now we do know sellers are going to be lurking up there. What I am watching for here is, can we not close underneath this supply turned demand zone? All right, because if we can, then all this is just a shakeout along the journey of our uptrend. And if you just want to come over to the 4-hour time frame over here, I just want to show you guys, this thing doesn't look too bearish to me. All right, you broke out from a falling wedge / bull flag, whatever you want to call this thing. You broke out from it. You had this continuation pattern over here in the form of a what I call the bull flag. And then, yeah, we got the breakout from that bull flag, and we are just literally bumping our head up on resistance, coming back, flipping that. We have a classic like SR flip going on as long as you can hold this. And I am watching this on the 30-minute time frame. What I will point out is you do have the increased volume. So wherever this does end up landing, all right, you got volume behind that move. If you were to close under here with increased volume, it's not the best look, all right? But you close back above like you are doing right now, and that's not too shabby. That is what I'm going to be watching over here on SPY for a potential move up to this 439 to 440 demand zone up there, or supply zone up there. But you are going to have to break through this zone right here before getting up there. And if not, guys, I'm just saying, all right, you do have a potential for a double top. You clearly had sellers coming up, you know, lurking up there. They showed themselves right there. They showed their teeth. We come back up. Say you did end up taking a position down here in this demand zone. Guess what? Not a bad place to take profits right here. Anyone who loaded up down here and took profits up here or here, you were a happy camper. There you go. Before we move on, I'm just going to say, like, hey, if you do want to come over here and follow me on the Twitter, I will be providing a very brief update, not like my Weeble updates, just a very brief over here every single day after market close. And that'll give you a little idea of where we are headed the next day. All right, so there's that. But over here on QQQ, I do want to point out you do have this potential head and shoulders top formation right here. And I know it is an ugly looking one. You got like a complex head and shoulders going on over here. Boom, boom. There, that would be the complex head and shoulders. But it is still a pattern that we need to respect. So if we do get a 15-minute close underneath this trend line right here, I am going to be looking for a move down here. Obviously, we're going to have to see if buyers step back in at 362 like they did at yesterday's open. And they pretty much defended that level yesterday as well. We could do here is I kind of see something pretty clear here. All right, so this could be our new demand right there. All right, there we go. Nice, pretty picture. Boom, we bounced right off of it. I just literally took, if you're wondering how I've been making these, all right, they're wicks. All right, the wicks tell the story, guys. They literally show you, you know, the psychology behind these candlesticks. So there you go. But yeah, so I'm going to be watching for closing in there to go down there. And as far as I'm concerned, we're still just consolidating here. I'm not going to call it like a clear as day pattern like we do over there on SPY. All right, like you had the bull flag continuation pattern. But you could put this trend line of resistance right here. You go from that wick or that wick all the way to these two wicks right here. And if you want, you can look for a 15-minute close over that, and that will likely just start making you go level to level. Now, I personally haven't been trading QQQ. Why? Because you have Mr. Apple over here at all-time highs, and I mean, yes, it's going to affect SPY greatly, all right? Like I could show you right here, 11 o'clock, you come over to SPY. Let's go over to 11 o'clock. What time was this big push? It was when you broke out over here on Apple from this wedge we had going on right here, all right? So, you know, Apple is going to be moving both of them, but when you have all of these big names just overextended, like all the big tech names, then hey, QQQ, that's pretty much all QQQ goes off of. So, you know, like if you don't want part of the market, the big tech sector of the market, just like you know, weighing it down on your calls here. All right. I would personally pick SPY. Plus, hey, at least you're going to see here on this channel, I can guarantee that you're going to see much cleaner price action over here on SPY. And that is why I have moved over to SPY. Now the QQ is up here. But yeah, that is what I'm going to be watching for. I am looking for sellers to step back in. You got to break this. Now we have like a triple top going on here. But right above that, you will have this supply zone up there from 367 all the way up to, you know, 367.70. After that, hey, you're off to the races. But again, I'm going to remind you guys, hey, Apple. All right, Apple up here, all-time highs, continuously at all-time highs. Microsoft, now that has some room to run. I am actually going to point out one I've been watching decently close over here. That is what we've been paying attention to, is Amazon. All right, so Amazon is in consolidation here. All right, clearly it's not near all-time highs such as Apple. All right, you have a lot of room to run. But I am going to point out it's been consolidating for quite some time here. All right. So whichever move, all right, whichever way this bad boy breaks, all right, up or down. If you break it down, you want to be watching 124. If you're breaking up, you want to watch for a break over 131. That should be bringing you to the 134 gap fill that we got right over here. And we can actually put on a zone here. I know it's going to be a big one there, a $2 zone. But there you go. All right. That is what I would personally be watching for upside over here on Amazon. We come over here to Microsoft. All right. Microsoft did fall from the highs, but again, I mean, it's you know, it's right there. All right. You got Meta. This is a whole nother beast. I actually told a member this yesterday. I personally think this is just the weakest looking out of all of them. It just isn't getting the move with SPY and QQQ like you would want. All right. Plus, I mean, I'm going to be honest, out of all of them, you know, I think Meta is the most hated by the market. I'm not saying it can't just keep squeezing here. You have seen this thing go crazy, but you know, I just personally wouldn't choose that out of all of them. Goog, this is what you're watching for on Goog. All right, you end up losing this right here. All right, 116.50-ish around there. You do end up risking that you are going to come down to this 113 gap fill, but you also have quite a bit of room to fall over there. But again, I mean, hey, all right, this isn't one like Apple that's sitting at all-time highs, so you know, there's that. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it. We jump on over to IWM to finish out the day. You are right here at your supply zone. You literally got rejected at your supply zone. I was telling you guys a while back on the descent, and then also once you broke over here, you're very likely going to just go level to level, and you're going to be looking for these. I think I said 15-minute closes. I might have said 30-minute closes. I'm not sure. You can look back if you really choose to. But yeah, I'm just letting you guys know you are sitting right at supply, and I do not think it's safe just holding long here until you do break above, and then you know you got a decent ways all the way up to 192 as your next resistance. You could see right here from here to here you have nothing. It was a straight knife down that happened here. So you know, if you do end up breaking above, it would be going crazy. I personally thought IWM was going to be the thing that got hit the hardest on the pullbacks. So I mean, I was taking my profits along the way. I mean, as you should. All right, like, hey, this is an anomaly, and you got to recognize that. All right, if you bought down here and you just held the whole way, recognize that, you know, it doesn't typically move like this. You can see this thing is quite choppy. But you know, if small caps are going to begin to love like they are, you know, this thing's your mover. All right, so congrats if anybody traded that one. Yeah, with that being said, I will catch you all in the next one. My links are all down below. And peace.